G'day guys, how you going? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean, and in tonight's video, because it's currently nighttime here in Sydney, we're going to be adding some RGB lighting from a company called Inscrok. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation of this particular brand. It's a seller that's on Amazon. It's got lots of positive ratings. It's a 20-meter RGB strip and it connects to your phone by Bluetooth. There's also a remote. There's an app for it so you can sync it with your music and you can have, reactive lighting and all that kind of fun stuff. But basically we're going to run this strip up the wall, across the ceiling and back down. And I'm going to come back to you at the end of this video to sort of show you how it looks and all the different effects. So if you guys like this kind of content, it's a bit different than what I normally do. Chuck it a like, get subscribed, and let's begin. All right, so before I get into getting the strip lighting, mounted to the ceiling, I'm going to quickly just summarize what comes in the box. By the way, this sells for, in Australia, about $56 on the Amazon Australia website, but in your country, that price might vary. What comes in the box? So you'll get two 10-meter lengths of RGB strip lighting that's sort of bundled up. And one thing that is quite nice is that actually on the strip lighting, you will have a bit of adhesive on the other side, so you can just go ahead and stick it to whatever you're planning on sticking it to. So let me put those down. You've got here as well some double-sided tape, which is quite handy. We've got here some little hooks, so these can actually just go ahead and clip onto the RGB strip, and then these can then stick onto the wall or wherever. So lots of different mounting options. You have a remote here, obviously, as well, so you can cycle through the different modes. There is like strobe mode, smooth, flashing, fade, music, sunset, sunrise. There's a whole bunch of different options here. We're going to be using the app though, because I think that's what most people would do. A big chunky power adapter, so this won't actually run off USB. You will need to use the power adapter that goes into the wall. And then you've also got here a little splitter here. So this basically gives you DC power from the wall into your strip lighting. You then have two different connectors in case you want to run the lighting in different directions, or you can daisy chain those RGB strips if you want to each other. And then you've got an IR sensor here as well, so you can actually go ahead and use the remote and change the modes that way. So that's there. If you buy this thing, you get a little coupon in here, $15 cash back, some more clips, some other screws, some other mounting options. So really, I think for $56, considering all of the different mounting accessories that you get, it's actually pretty good value. You've got a manual here, how to download the app, how to pair it, from a company called Cosy Lady. So I'm a little bit confused in terms of like who I'm actually buying this from. Is it from a company called Inscrok? Is it from a company called Cosy Lady? Is it from California? Is it from China? Who the hell knows? But it's good value. So because of that reason, that's why I'm taking a look at it. And so yeah, let's get it mounted to the ceiling. I'm gonna pull out the desk, bit of a montage, and then we'll come back at the end to sort of show you all the different modes and settings. Okay, so now the room is completely dark. We've just got these two little LED lights just lighting my face, and you can see that we've got the computers on behind us. And this is so I can give you, I guess, a bit of a before and then after showing you the light. So without any further ado, let's open up the Happy Lighting app, which you can download from the App Store. I'm on an iPhone, so we'll open up Happy Lighting. It does ask you if you want to allow this app access to Bluetooth, so you definitely want to turn that on. And then up in the top left corner here, there was like a little, I guess, devices list, and this is coming up as called the Triones. It's a bit of a weird spelling. I think it might mean tri-zones maybe, but that's the name of the actual RGB receiver, I guess. It's already paired, and then what we can do is we can turn on those lights. So now you can see behind me how they look, and I actually think they look really, really cool. In terms of actually how we put the RGB on, I guess, or sorry, adhered it to the wall, we use some like 3M, I guess, double-sided tabs. So one side going onto the wall and then the other side on the RGB strip. And then for the corners and some other little areas that were a little bit harder to do, we use some just simple masking tape, because honestly you can't really see it in the shot here. So I think, considering this took us about 30 to 40 minutes, I think it looks really good, and it's really, really simple. Just plug it into the PowerPoint, take your time mounting the strip and getting it, I guess, in the position that you want. I just realized I shook my phone and I can change the color, so that's a pretty cool feature as well. If we go back to the app, I should stop rambling. We can cycle through all the different colors here. There's a bunch of different modes, so you can, for example, press play on a song and it will change with the music, which is, I guess, a bit of a feature. I don't know who might want this, but maybe 15-year-old Sean would like this, I don't know. There's also a bunch of options, so if I talk and then I stop, it will change with my voice, so it's like a little EQ thing. And then there's a bunch of like other modes here, so we can do white strobe, we can have a, you know, a full-on EDM party in here. But actually, personally, let me just grab the remote. I'm gonna come back. Now, if you just want to go ahead and use the remote because you don't have an iPhone or an Android-based phone, or you don't want to download the app, that's perfectly fine. You can just go ahead and use the remote to get a lot of the same effects and modes that you would on the actual phone, but with the controller. So if you want to sync it to music or have it fade or, you know, cycle through different colors, you can just do that on the remote. So they do include that in the box. So you just basically got to point that at the receiver and you just select your color and make sure that the receiver is not blocked by anything, and you won't have any issues. So again, if you don't want to use the app, maybe you can actually just go ahead and use the remote. So what we'll do now is we'll set it to the color of, let's say, purple, because that's my color of choice, I guess. And then what we'll do is we'll also bring on the two RGB lamps that I've got here either side. So we'll turn on the left one, we'll turn on the right one. And I think personally, this is a really, really sick vibe. I'm definitely going to be using this in my live streams. It's definitely going to be a lighting setup that I'm going to use for future videos, and then maybe just change the lighting depending on the brand that I'm working with. Maybe they have a specific color, so I might change it to that color of choice. But really, I guess the world is your oyster when it comes to RGB lighting. That's the cool thing about it. Some people hate it. I love it because you have the free range to just choose whatever color you want to maybe match your mood or for your business or for the, I guess, event that you might be having. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. I actually am wrapped with the outcome. I think for the value, it's awesome. I can't really complain about the product itself, apart from, I guess, the company and the name of the company and not knowing where the company is actually from. But I think for the price, it's a great product and I can't really see any reasons to say anything negative about it. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I know it's a little bit different. I'm gonna leave you with a bit of B-roll so you can sort of get some cool shots there, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.